All right, pie charts. So we've talked about bar charts, we've talked about line graphs. The next thing is pie chart. Now, what makes a pie chart special? So again, remember, bar chart is special because it shows quantity of a category. Whatever. If I said, hey, what's your favorite type of bird? Or people can have, I like mockingbirds, I like blue jays. Okay, cool. With a line chart, we'd say, okay, hey, did the number of bears increase or decrease over the past 10 years in the park? Well, then we'd have to start tracking it over time. So line graphs are good about are good at showing change over time. Okay, here we go. Pie chart. What's special? What's special about a pie chart is it breaks up a total. It takes a total and it breaks it. Okay. And they'll show it in representations of like 100%. That's what 100% means. So normally what they'll do is they'll take everything and then show it in terms of percentage, or they'll break that total up and show it in percentage. Good stuff to break up is like your budget. How do you spend money each month? Where is your money going? These are good things to show where the percentage of money is going for yourself. So let's take a look at a couple of pie charts. Now, when it comes to pie charts, again, they're going to have their own vocabulary, and there's going to be different things you want to look at. So let's take a look at a pie chart. So here's my pie chart. And normally we would do kind of the same things that we've been talking about. We would look at our first three indicators, right? We want to look at the title. You want to look at the variables. And that's variables, not vegetables, just in case. And third, you want to take a look at what's high and what's low. Again, that's just a very quick analysis of what you're looking at. So again, my title, I don't really see anything. There's nothing really listed here. There should be, and normally there is. But based on what I can see being described inside the pie chart, this is probably vegetables, right? It's probably vegetables. What are my variables? It's just types, right? It's just types of vegetables: corn, tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, green beans. Okay, and what's high and low? Again, very important type of tech analysis. Very important beginning analysis. What's the highest thing listed? Well, the highest thing listed is corn. Now, what's great about a pie chart, and this is what's awesome about it, is 36%. Now, you might not truly understand what 36% means, but if I showed you a pie or a pizza and I kind of cut out or describe or show you, well, what does 36% look like compared to of all this circle? Then you'd say, oh, it's quite a bit. It's almost half, right? Like you'd look at it and you can actually see it with your eyes, and you could say, well, my eyes say, hey, that's a lot. Yeah, it is a lot. So corn is quite a bit. So I'd say, yeah, my high is 36%, which is corn. I'd say, okay, what's my low? And say, well, the lowest thing I see here is cucumbers at 9%. So I'd say, okay, exactly. Those are my high and my low numbers or quantities. Okay. All right, you ready? Let's answer some questions. All right, question number 5 says there are 200 vegetable plants in a garden. How many of the vegetable plants are green beans? Okay, so this is your chance, okay, to pause the video, look at what data has been given, and then you have to compute an answer. You're going to have to use your calculator to come up with an answer. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and see if you can answer this question. All right, are you back? All right, let's answer this question. Okay, there are 200 plants, 200 plants in a garden. How many of the vegetable plants are green beans? So green beans is actually located right here. Now, again, you don't want to say, oh, it's 12. That's not a number 12. That is a percentage. And that is not how you do that. Okay. So 12 is 12% of 100%. So 12% of my plants are green beans. That doesn't mean there's 12 of them though. Okay, so this is a math problem. What I'm going to do is actually use 12%. Now, here we go. Because this is percent and whole, this is my whole number. I want to multiply these two things. If you don't understand how I came up with multiplication, you need to take a look at my other videos about how to do percentage, talking about triangle diagram, and talking about how to come up with percentage. Percentage is used a lot in pie charts. So you need to make sure that you're strong at computing percentage. Here we go. So because they gave me 12, the part or the percent at 12%, and they gave me the whole, which is 200. What do I do with these two things? I multiply these two things. I put these two things in the calculator, 12% times 200. It gives me the number 24. This is the number of plants that are green beans. So my choice is choice B. Again, if you did not know how to do this math problem and you're in question of it, you need to stop the video right now and you need to go check out your lessons on percent. You need to look at the triangle diagram. You need to figure out how to find part, whole, and percent. And then you also need to watch the video about how to actually compute answers. So please, if you are unsure about how to do this, then there's no use continuing watching the pie or me describing this video, because the math in it you will not know how to do. So please pause this video, go find the percent videos, watch them, learn how to do the percentage type questions, then come back to the pie chart or pie graph reading. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and continue. All right, here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to do another question. You can tell that we have another thing. I don't really see any title. I can assume based on what I see here is it's different events. I'd say, what are my variables? My variables are the types of events, right? Soccer, swimming. I'd say, okay, well, what is the high and low? What's high? I'd say, well, it looks like soccer has the most people. And then what's low? Say, well, the lowest number up here is going to be, and remember, it's not a number, it's a percentage, but 11% is my low percent with gymnastics. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and read this question. Let's go ahead and take a look at question 6, read this question and answer it. And then pause this video and let's see if we come up with the same answer. Go ahead. All right, did you pause? Here we go. Students were surveyed about their favorite sports to play in phys ed. The results are represented in this circle graph. If 48 students were surveyed, how many chose soccer? All right, so here we go. So first off, soccer is what they're talking about. I see that 30% of the people chose soccer, and it's 30% of the 48. So here is my part or percentage. Here is my whole. What do I do with those two numbers? I multiply them. So my math problem is going to be 30% times 48. So the answer that I should come up with, I think, is close to 15. Let's do this. I'm going to pop this one in my calculator. If you didn't, you should go ahead and do that too. Let's go ahead and verify this together. So 30% times 48. Let's see what we get. 14.4. So when it comes to the GED test, let's talk about that answer right there. Because students ask me about this all the time. They'll say, Varon, hey, I got 0.4 here, but I don't see that over here. I see 14, but not 14.4. Should I round up to 15? And the answer to that is normally no, unless it follows the rules. Like, right, if it would be 14.5, then yeah, technically we would round up. Now, students always ask me, well, is this going to be a situation, Varon, where I'm going to have to compute something like this, 30% times 48, and then I get 14.4, but I don't see it here? Now, if you do see this on the GED test, what they will do there is they'll say circle or choose the closest answer. They will actually tell you. But here you can see it's simply a mistake or something that's been left off. But 14.4, I'd say, actually would round down to 14. So I'd say 14 is the better choice here. All right. Keep practicing.